Bitcoin hoodie guy coming back with another Kaspa video. The theme of today's video is going to be trust no one. Let's take a quick. There's actually a lot of trust. I mean, just this website cast.fyi, which I like. I mean, these numbers right here, I don't really have the skill set to even verify that these numbers are accurate, even though I'm not saying they're not. But things are looking good. Hash rate's looking good. You know, been trending up the whole time, spending more and more time at a higher level. Caspa, nothing new there to look at the price, a little over 11 cents. Been in that sideways action for a while. Overall, the market is up about 2%. We got some more trading on those Bitcoin ETFs today. Markets closed now. No major news over here on Discord. No major announcements, no minor announcements. And like, I don't know if you've seen, but Samson Mao work on like a wallet layer 2 for Bitcoin. Had a post earlier this month. Here's why going to $1 million Bitcoin in days to weeks is max pain for the most people. Bitcoin has a way of doing what we least expect in the most disruptive way. For example, at Jan 3, we have many plans and meetings set for 2024. 1 million Bitcoin would derail everything. But I think the thing here is, and when you look at whatever your favorite cryptocurrency is, Kaspa, Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's my largest holding, but people, we all have the emotion of wanting to have life-changing money, the biggest bag possible. And especially when prices go up, we start getting fed more and more higher price targets. But I was just thinking about this because, yeah, since I hold Bitcoin, I would like for it to go to $1 million. And he gives out all the reasons why onboarding his countries and stuff. But some code flaw or something where Bitcoin went to zero, the whole crypto market went down. I don't know. That could potentially cause more max pain. So when you talk about $1 million Bitcoin, it also, like Balaji, when Balaji made that $1 million bet, it starts getting people clicking and following you because they either disagree with you or they want to believe that it's possible. And so it gets lots of eyeballs on what you're doing. So that's why I think it's really hard to trust anyone, and myself included. Well, one, we're all just people throwing out numbers, throwing out predictions. Some will be right, some will be wrong. And if someone gets a couple predictions right, then all of a sudden they can kind of be a basis of, wow, I can trust this guy. So what if there's someone you said, wow, this guy was right the last 4 times? I want to get emotional and I want to go big on the next call that person makes. And obviously, we do our own research, but to me, I think there'd be more max pain. Like, okay, how much pain is Michael Saylor going to have if Bitcoin gets to $1 million? He could sell a little bit of it off and probably pay his debt entirely. If it goes to $0, he's going to be stuck holding some debt, you know. So if he, right here, he's got all these, Jan 3's got all these meetings for 2024 to try to onboard people. Well, if it was a zero, that would be harder. Now, I don't think it's going to zero, but you just got to keep these price targets in mind because especially as this bull market rages on, people are going to be throwing all sorts of numbers out there. And I've thrown some out myself too. I think it's possible that maybe at the end of this year, Caspa could hit $1. That's less than a 10x. Now, maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe it only gets to 40, 50 cents. Maybe it doesn't do that. I don't know. But I do think 1 is possibly realistic and 1 to 5, maybe next year at the peak bull market. Now, a lot has to happen in the narratives and everything's the stars have to align a little bit for that to happen in this bull run. But, once it gets up to $1, people are going to start talking more about. So right now at 10, 11 cents, yeah, maybe it goes back down to 5. But if you start talking about Caspa going to $1 or $2, some people are going to think, okay, that's like bullish, but that's like realistic, and some people might say that's bearish. But once it gets up to like $1 or $2, or say it does get to $3 or $4 next year near the top of the bull market, at that time, people are going to be talking about how Caspa is going to $20, $50. Now, it depends your time frame. Maybe you're just hodling Caspa all the way through this next market. Personally, I will not. I will be selling my position most likely next year. And that's just my plan. I'm going to keep as much Bitcoin as possible, and all my altcoins and NFTs and everything like that are going to go by. And and now I'm gonna, move it into real estate by paying off the debt on my house and potentially for having a property that could be an Airbnb or something. Now, I'm not saying that's the right plan. That's just my plan, but I don't know. I was just thinking about the Samson Mao, about Max Payne. It's like he's basically saying the max pain for the most people is basically everyone that's already in Bitcoin being rich as fuck is basically what he's saying. The max pain. Yeah, I know he's saying that some people have EUX, they would have, what's he saying right here? Like they'd have the extended UTXOs that you couldn't spend because you didn't have enough money in there. But basically it would, it could be some growing pains if Bitcoin got to $1 million this year, but there'd be also a lot of people right now that are invested in Bitcoin that'd be rich as super rich. I mean, MicroStrategy would be one of the richest companies on the planet. If it went to zero, that is pain. To me, that is more max pain. But people, we're very emotional. So a lot of times it's like if Bitcoin's going to zero, that's a very emotional and draw a large reaction. Bitcoin to $1 million, $5 million, strong reaction. And the same thing with Kaspa. Kaspa's going to zero. Kaspa's going to 3 cents tomorrow. That is a strong emotion. Kaspa going to $5, $20, $56. You only need 5,000 Kaspa to be a millionaire. And we don't truly know, but I guess I'm on a side tangent. All the metrics for Kaspa are still looking good. I mean, the devs are working in the background. Hash rate's looking good. The addresses, 350,000, almost 351,000. That's looking good. I mean, you can see if you go and click on the top addresses, out of the top, 39 addresses, only 10 are even active moving Kaspa. So things there are looking good. You just got to keep everything in mind, because especially the more excitement and the further along this bull market gets in, and there's going to be a lot of money made, and there's going to be a lot of projects that do, 100Xs, but not as many as you think. And also there's going to be people that are just throwing out lots of numbers, and our emotions get drawn to those like a magnet. And we just got to keep those in mind, because also Samson Mao if he had no company at all, if all he owned was just a guy that owned some Bitcoin, he would have the incentive there because Bitcoin would go up. But I don't know. Yes. But he's also got a company that benefits with Bitcoin going up, and this is also drawing a lot of eyeballs on him. So you just got to keep everything in perspective, and yeah, let's be bullish. I think things are gonna, we're kind of going sideways now, but I think eventually some of this capital flowing into the ETFs will eventually start rising the price. We got the halving in about 96 days. And, the accounting rules for Bitcoin on ledger sheets of corporations change. So overall, it's bullish. So thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Do you think that, can you trust very many people? And what do you think about price predictions? Are they just kind of bullshit, or, or can we not help ourselves because we have to try to figure out what potential our investment could go to try to figure out a strategy of when we're going to sell? But stay safe out there, folks. There's a lot of fake ads. Never send your crypto expecting to get twice as much back. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.